Greetings, Scorpio family members, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is a mid-monthly reading for the month of June 2017 for those of us that are born in the astrological time frame or time zone of Scorpio. Scorpio, I do see the Spirit has laid out some cards in front of me, and these cards are telling an interesting story for some of you Scorpio family members. As I said, I always invoke the Spirit guide first before I lay the cards out, and before I do anything, I give respect to the Spirit. So let me just move forward into your reading, and I do see where some of you are good and clear about your future, your long-term goals, and I see some good energy regarding that. And I see where that's something that you're bringing forward into the time where you are now. So you're bringing some good energies, looking at your long-term goals, which is good. You know, I don't know if that's something that is specifically unique to you, but it seems as if it's a very prevalent energy in your reading this today. And I do see where, you know, that's been a very important issue for you in the not too distant past. I see where that's a strong energy. Some of you either were expecting something, and that thing that you were expecting did not work out, did not come. Sometimes this particular card indicates a child, you know, a pregnancy, and sometimes it indicates just a surprise, something that, you know, you wanted to work out, you wanted it, but you actually didn't get it. And right there where I'm looking at that, I do see some conflict too. So apparently there's some drama going on and some disappointment at the same time. Disappointment and drama right in the center of your reading, which means that would mean that that's something that's going on right this minute. However, the Spirit guide is showing me a card that indicates you're going to come through this little dirty period. You're going to come through this little rough period, sort of like you fell down and, you know, scraped your knee type of thing. You're going to come through this, because I see as you move into your future position, you are going to come to a place of celebration and partying and festivities. Good stuff is waiting for you, Scorpio family members. Some of you are, and you know, I want to emphasize that this does not necessarily mean love relationship, because your love relationships and your family relationship, or whatever way your family is structured, whether it's marriage or whether you live with somebody or whatever, this relationship, your relationship, it appears to be very solid and appears to be very good. So that's a good thing, Scorpio. So I'm talking about some other energies as it relates either to business maybe, or maybe to friendships or something like that. It could very well be that, because your family structure is intact. But I do see some drama going on right here in the center. Ooh, my goodness, some interesting drama. Some of you are thinking about moving. Some of you are thinking about relocating, and it appears as if that is a good thing, or that's a strong energy for you, Scorpio family members. So the Spirit guide is showing me a card that indicates, yeah, it looks like you might be thinking about moving, or I should say you are thinking about moving. I don't see you actually moving right this minute, but I do see you thinking about it very seriously. So apparently there are some plans in the works that you're putting in place, Scorpio, for you to move out and move and do some different things to relocate. And that's good. Let's see what the Spirit guide has to say for your future position. I do see where the Spirit is saying, you know, we don't want you to rush. That's part of you moving into your future. And this interesting thing about rushing, we want you to actually understand why some things are not working out for you exactly the way you want them to work out right this minute. Notice the three parts that I said: not working out, you know, right this minute, and not exactly. And the reason why I want to emphasize those 3 points for a few moments is because things are going to work out for you. It's just that right now you have to allow some things to fall into place. And I know that some of you are feeling frustrated, like, why isn't it working now? Why aren't things clicking now? Scorpio family members, you have to wait until some things fall in place, or until some things get in the right place to bless you as you move forward. And I'm telling you that moving forward is going to be nice for you, because I do see some information coming very soon that's going to help you understand why things were delayed. Why was I sitting still? Why did it appear as if I was sitting still? There's going to be some illumination, I do see. So the Spirit Guide is showing me that. Scorpio family members, this is a time for you to get out and network, get out and socialize. This is a time for you to get out and move around, you know, and meet new people and try new things. This is a time for you to now come out. This is not a time for you to go in. This is a time for you to come out. And as I said, the Spirit is showing me a celebration in your future, a significant celebration. It wouldn't just be something, you know, haphazard like a happy hour. No, this is a significant celebration that you're going to experience. Something that's going to be cool, is going to be really, really enjoyable. It looks like it's going to be with friends, possibly family members, but it's going to be with very, very close people that are very close to you. Scorpio family members, this is not the best time for you to travel during this little cycle that I'm talking about, this mid-monthly cycle, and possibly extending a little further into July. This is a time when, if you do decide to travel long distance, as in flying, you can expect delays. You can expect temporary, you know, misfortunes, I should say. So in other words, it might be, you know, your flight might be delayed, or your flight might be it might be delayed, it might be canceled, your baggage might get lost. Those type of things usually accompany this particular card. So the Spirit Guide is saying, if you have your ticket, I don't need you to cancel your trip, but this is not a good time for you to plan to leave, to fly out somewhere. You can expect delays or rearrangements of your travel plans, particularly travel plans that deal with long distance, okay? Scorpio, the Spirit Guide is showing me where some of you are experiencing an end to something, and I think this might have something to do with relationships as far as friendships go, because the next card that's right next to it indicates that there are some people that turn their backs on you. There are some people that let you down, and the people that let you down are leading you to a place where you don't feel good about them. You don't feel good about hanging with them, chilling with them, associating with them. And the Spirit Guide says, yeah, I understand that. And so this is a time to just relax and go through this cycle. So it doesn't mean that you need to jump out there, you know, and chop somebody's, chop somebody's head off figuratively, or that you jump out there and, you know, lose your temper. This is not the time for that. In fact, the Spirit Guide has just laid a card out indicating this is a time for you to slow down. Scorpio family members, this is a caveat. This is a warning. This is a word to the wise. When this particular card comes up, the Spirit is clearly trying to say that you, globally, you, the client who's listening, those of you that are born in Scorpio, please understand this is a time to slow it down. I'm talking about travel arrangements. I'm talking about local traveling, riding in your car, motorcycle, bicycle, whatever it is, follow the traffic rules. That's the first thing. The second part of this particular card indicates that this is not a time to lose your temper. And some of you are, or I should say, some of you have exercised a tendency, have manifested a tendency to lose your temper and or to be impulsive. Scorpio family members, slow it down. Think first before you make the next move. I do see a masculine energy, or I see a solid energy. So this could be a masculine energy with resources, or it could be you coming to a place where you feel very solid with your resources. So the energy, if you think in terms of the energy yin yang, masculine, feminine, it has to do with the dominance. It has to do with you being at a place. So you're either going to attract into your circle a masculine energy that has resources, or you're going to become elevated to a place of security in your finances, where you'll be calling the shots and where you'll be the dominant person in your circle. So that's a part of what I see in your energy, Scorpio family members. And as I move forward, I look and I see this could have something to do with a partnership, a contract, a bond. I wouldn't say a friendship necessarily, but it does have to do with equality and parity. It has to do with fairness, 50-50 type of a thing. So this card usually indicates a contract or a bond or an agreement, okay? So the spirit guide is showing me that. And the spirit guide is showing me that you're moving forward and you're letting some of the foolishness go. When I say foolishness, I mean that some of you have been misled. You know, somebody's been, saying things to you that you know are just not true. I was trying to think of a nice way of saying it. Someone is saying something to you that is just not true, and you now are realizing it and you are clear. And that's part of why you're going to come to a place of celebration, because you're probably going to kick that person to the curb and you're going to move forward with your life. This is a time when some of you have experienced some rough bumps, a little, maybe not necessarily major bumps, but some of you have experienced, some changes and, some disappointments, I would say. And some of you have experienced the need to let some things go in your life, and so that some new things can start. And the spirit guide is showing me, as you move forward, right here in your not too distant future, there is going to be some peace. This is a time when there's going to be some peace. And for some of you Scorpio family members who are of the masculine energy, I do see a feminine energy is actually part of a separation. So in other words, you are going to experience where the female energy in your vibration is actually going in a different direction. So for some of you Scorpio family members, I do see that. I do see a need for some of you. The spirit is showing me that, you need to be advised to continue with your education. Some of you stopped. And some of you are almost finished. Some of you are almost finished. You just need a little more, just maybe one or two more finishing edges on your education and your training, Scorpio family members. So the spirit is showing me that. And others, I do see a masculine energy bringing love, and that's good. Scorpio family members, some of you are being advised that you do need to work better with groups. I do see people, experts trying to give you information. I do see experts trying to help you, and you're being reluctant. And if you just open up your mind and work a little more open-mindedly with groups, I do see an expansion of your resources as a result of that. Some of you are experiencing, as I said earlier, you're experiencing a little rough spot. I do see that. Some of you, perhaps you applied for a job, or perhaps you applied for some loan or some resources, some money, and they didn't actually come through for you. The spirit guide is saying, hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. If you just open up your mind, and if you open up your eyes and allow your inner being to expand, you're going to see where there's going to be some more money for you. There's going to be some opportunities for you. And you're going to have enough resources to pamper yourself. In fact, that is part of the advisement, that perhaps you need to invest a little bit in yourself right now. Even if you think you really can't afford it, treat yourself. Scorpio family members, the spirit is showing me a card that does indicate a relationship is coming. And it's a beautiful relationship. It feels very good. It looks very good, very healthy for you. Even though some of you, as I said, about that flying out of town or about that taking that vacation, you were expecting some money that relates to that vacation and that trip. You can expect some delays in that money. So in other words, you're not going to get good news about that money right now. Didn't say you're never going to get it. Just said you're not going to get good news about it right now. In addition to that, the spirit guide is showing me another card that indicates that actually this is not even a good time for you to take a road trip. This is a time for you to sit still, apparently. Scorpio family members, I do see where you're feeling overwhelmed. I do see where you are feeling overwhelmed. The spirit guide is showing me that you're feeling overwhelmed. The spirit is also showing me that you need to understand in this letting go, some of it in this letting go, or some of it, because sometimes we try to hold on to things that actually are not meant for us at this time in our life. Things and people have a time, and sometimes they come into our life for a cycle. And when it's time for them to leave, we have to allow that cycle to end. And that's part of the advice for you, Scorpio family members. This is also a time for you to stop crying over spilled milk and move forward with your life, because some of you are sitting there saying, wow, if I woulda, shoulda, coulda. and that really is not the best energy for you right now. Scorpio family members, I hope that some of the information that I've shared, that the Spirit Guide has shared with me to tell you, I hope that some of it has shed a light in a dark corner of your life. And I also want to invite you, if some of the information that I've shared has been motivational or inspiring to you, or if you'd like some more clarity for yourself, I welcome you to reach out to me through my email, onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. That's a numeral 4, onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. And let's arrange a private reading for you, where we can spend 20 to 45 minutes just looking at the tarot, just for you and your energies. Scorpio family members, I look forward to hearing from you very, very soon. Thank you.